My name's Nick Fontana, and this is a corner faster quick lap review at Thompson Speedway Motorsports Park. Before we dig in on an on-track demonstration video, we'll take a quick look at the Google Maps satellite imagery to pick out some of the larger reference points that might be helpful here at Thompson. So in turn one, we've got a little bit of kink in the straightaway, and then after that, you can't quite see it on the map, but there's the 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 leading to turn in for turn one. And then at turn on, we've got a corner worker station in the distance, some tires, some runoff area on the outside, and then we've got the apex and exit curbs. Coming through turn two, we've got an apex curb running along the inside, and that flows right into turn three, where we've got it's actually kind of a beat up curb on the right side, and then an apex curb that connects with the access road on the inside. And the apex point itself is just before where that access road meets the apex curb. There's a little drainage ditch just before that, which is actually maybe the most accurate apex spot for most cars. And we've got the access road on the outside, which is a good mark for track out. Coming to turn four, we've got some beat up track surface on the outside for turn in, a long apex curb where at least halfway around is a decent apex spot as the track falls away. And finally, we have the exit curb with just a little bit of additional pavement on the outside. You can also pick up some additional runoff area on the outside of turn four. Coming into turn five, we've got a little bit of extra pavement at turn in before turning in under the bridge, and then we can get down to the white line on the inside, which is easier to see, I think, in person. And then we can use the bridge as a reference point for when we want to be tracking out mid-corner for what's nearly a double apex. And then we've got the second set of curb, turn 6, exiting the bridge, and it's got a little bit of a kink in it, and the apex is pretty much right after this kink in the curb on the second part of the curb. We also have an exit curb to help keep the vision flowing up the track. And then coming into the oval, there's quite a bit to look at. We've got the banked oval and the flatter apron, which we'll be coming down on. We also have two apex curbs and a break in those curbs. There's some pavement between, and it's the second apex curb, which is the true apex for this particular corner. And on the way out, we've got the wall where you can track out nearly to it in a momentum car, as well as the transition of the pavement from the lower apron back onto the oval, which is slightly banked. Coming into turn 9, you can pick up the pavement transition from the oval to the outfield, as well as some Lego blocks and a corner worker station and a porta potty, which are usually positioned as helpful references into turn 9. We also have the turn 9 and 10 apex curbs, which help stay oriented, and finally a turn 10 exit curb to look for as soon as it's visible. Coming to turn 11, we've got some curbing that then, well, really the track heads off slightly out of view and then crests at turn 12. And there's a little bit of a mark in the pavement, which can be helpful to see if we're actually lined up to crest the hill appropriately for turn 12. And we're back on the front straight again. So those are some helpful reference points in and out of each corner. Now let's take a look at the timing of vision, taking a look at our demo lap riding on board. So we want to size up the brake markers before we'll obviously get to the brake zone. And it's at this point where we want to pick up our turn-in point and our end of brake zone at the end of our braking. So size up the whole brake zone from the 3 or the 4 or the 5, whenever we're getting on the brakes, all the way till we're easing off at the 2 and turning in pretty much at the 1. And now that we're getting towards the end of the brake zone, the apex is just visible. We want to look into the corner and pick up the apex as well as the additional, right here, this new patch of pavement that runs from mid-corner all the way through the apex. We're going to pick that up. And before we get to the apex, you can start to see the exit curb. We want to spot that literally as soon as it's visible. And at this point, keep the vision up, track, and flowing through the apex curb of turn 2. And now sizing up all of turn 3, including our short brake zone on the right and an early but smooth turn in. Picking up our apex and trying to find that access road, which is just coming into view. And now the exit itself is almost visible, so we're picking our vision up and imagining where that track out point is, finally spotting it. And now quickly sizing up turn 4, the brake zone, and watching how the turn really banks from left to right. Picking up the apex curb now and the new pavement patch, which you can see again, just like turn 1, runs along the apex. And sort of frantically at this point, looking for the exit, trying to size up when we can start to get back on the throttle and accelerate out to the exit curb itself. And now immediately sizing up turn 5, getting all the way with the goal of getting all the way over for turn in. And now looking into the corner itself, trying to pick up the white line in that first apex, just missing it. And at this point, noticing the bridge and the arc through it and trying to spot pavement as it becomes visible. And again, we've got another one of those pavement patches, which we can pick up into the apex of turn 6. You can see here's the inner seam of that pavement. And by the time we get to the apex, the exit finally becomes visible. It's slightly downhill from the apex, and you can see the red and white curbing. Want to keep the vision moving up, sizing up the oval and the transition down onto the apron. You can see the first apex curb, and as soon as we turn in, spot the second apex curb, and now spot that exit and track out all the way to the wall in a momentum car anyway. Coming over to turn 9, we want to size this up as soon as we can, looking into the corner as more and more is visible. Finally, we can see the porta potty, the transition at the first apex, and the bump, which we want to avoid right here, and our track down into turn 9. As soon as we're over the hill, we want to keep our vision to the left, looking through the turn 9 apex curb and towards turn 10. And it's at this point where we can size up our trajectory from the apex curve of 9 to 10. And now we want to look through turn 10, spotting the end of that apex curb and spotting the exit curb as soon as it's visible, noticing where it meets the grass so we can use the full exit. And once we've got the car settled and out of turn 10, we have to size up turn 11, just ever so slightly uphill. We've got an apex curb. We want to spot the end of that apex curb and then quickly find the pavement as it comes into view towards our track out and exit. As we're cresting the hill, there's just one more reference point, this little arrow here, this mark as we crest the hill, getting a little bit to the right of it, at least sort of right tires near it will help us keep from flying off the track here at the blind turn 12 exit. So that wraps up our demo video and how to look ahead here at Thompson Speedway Motorsports Park. Hopefully these tips help you get in and out of each corner a little bit more easily. Now we'll just do one more hot lap from beginning to end, this time without any commentary. And you can see those visual references clearly along throughout the lap. That wraps up our demo lap at Thompson Speedway. Thanks for checking out this video, and hopefully this helps you look ahead a little easier at Thompson Speedway. Thanks again for watching.